Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Luke from BJJ Escapes here. You're about to watch the techniques that were taught to us by JFLO Flores at our most recent BJJ Escapes event on the Gold Coast in Australia. I hope you enjoy.
So we're using like practical applications now to foot sweeps rather than kata, where we're learning the mechanics the last few classes of ashiwaza. Now it's realistic scenarios. We have tie-ups that occur in live goes or tournaments that you can capitalize efficient takedowns using your feet. So 2-on-1s, underhooks, rear body locks, single legs. So this is where you implement and apply all the mechanics we learned in prior classes. So it's been fun to watch the progression. I'm really excited to see how this ends as far as, this 2-hour session itself where we're gonna use real setups. So what we did day one, as far as a position that is a lot more easy to access once you get someone's lead foot. If you foot sweep it and they step it up and over, how to snap them down and utilize that balance break for a front headlock. So Jackson, can I use you? Okay, so we're gonna start in the 2-on-1. A lot of times when you get to the 2-on-1, whether they post and you rotate in or you just go out and you get it, a lot of times people naturally circle to face you. Go for it, Jeff. That movement. So right when you get your 2-on-1, the natural inclination is safety as a partner. So if I'm getting 2-on-1, naturally I'm gonna move around. And what you don't wanna do is chase them. What you wanna do is when they start circling around, you wanna lead and kind of almost narrow the space like you're cutting off the space rather than chasing behind them. That's like chasing your tail. It's gonna be really hard when they start circling and you start circling to try and find your back take or any kind of reasonable solution. So instead of what your natural tendencies would be, when they start to circle, move with it in a way where you're gonna be able to find that foot sweep just like when we were moving laterally, but in a way where your dominant side should really be attuned to when the opening is. So as a righty, I get to my 2-on-1, I'm holding the shoulder, I'm holding the wrist. They start even pushing the face away and circling. Instead of chasing them, we're gonna walk as they try and circle in a way where we're gonna be able to find that opening. So we're gonna play with that kind of solution to when people try and mitigate their risk on that 2-on-1 side. So a lot of times this works right away. Like right when we get the 2-on-1, they feel like, uh-oh, I gotta circle and face. That's when we foot sweep. But I think the best way to do it is take 2-3 steps to feel when that opening is. And then minimize those steps. Go 2, go 1 step, go 0 steps. So we're first gonna practice this where we have a good angle. They circle out and try and move around it rather than give up their back. So I'm gonna almost cross my feet. Do you see how I'm walking to this vanishing point where I'm cutting off the space rather than chasing? So it's gonna take a little more space. So just be aware of your surroundings here. So if I get 2-on-1, my natural inclination is usually to do this. Get my hand on the neck and circle to freedom. And instead of chasing, what are you gonna do, Jackson? Walk, just walk, just walk, just walk. Yeah, and at some point, yeah, exactly. So that's the goal, is to not chase, is to lead into that space of that foot sweep. So I have my 2-on-1, bends at his butt, circles off, maybe a hand to the, that's the time to go. You don't have to try and do anything fancy, a double leg underneath. Use your resource, which is your lead leg. He starts doing this, he circles off, there's our foot sweep. Make sense? So let's play with like some practical application, and this is just the first one. Questions? Perfect, all right, on 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Almost, almost. You're close. You bent your knee. You bent your knee. So when he did that, you went. So if you circle off, that's where. If you straighten out, your leg is a lot longer. So lean back when you sweep. Be off balance backwards. It's okay. Especially now when you're learning it. And then if you fall backwards, okay, that was too far. And then you'll be able to find the happy medium rather than kind of like. Yes, okay, finish that, big dog. Let the big dog eat. what? Who? Where? When? What? Okay, good fall. But really good put. That's a 4 clapper. I'm sorry, but we'll do that in front of everyone. Use my foot, my hands go down. I'm seeing a lot of people lifting and trying, why isn't he falling? Well, you're lifting him in the air. It's almost like a tricep extension, right? But maybe our hands are upright, like we're at the gym, right? So when we do that, we're extending our elbows down to put them where we want to put them, straight down, right? The third and last thing is the uke. When they're circling off, square up, yes, that's going to make me have to shift to this lateral angle where I'm cutting off the space rather than chasing or going through. But if he isn't doing that, right, I do this and he stays sideways, we're just going to take their back with like an arm drag or a shovel, right? If he doesn't ever turn his hips, stay right there, we have the back, which we'll play with some of that stuff, but I want you to really be in the mindset as the uke. When we're threatened, we're squaring up. Like, this is how people are usually going to react. They're not going to like, right? So square those hips up. Make sense? All right, on 3, 1, 2, 3. When I do this, walk that way. Yeah, yes, yes, exactly.
He initiates the walk?
Yes, because he's going to try and get out of there. Like, this way. That's, yes, yes, yeah, exactly.
That is defense.
Yes, that's the only defense, where we're capitalizing on what most people are going to do when they feel like, whoa, I got to square up and circle. Yes, you put your hands down. Did you see what happened? You finished it. All right, break. Let's look in. So now, you know, it's like a fusion of all the movements we've done laterally, rotating in an axis. But when I get to a good 2-on-1 and I make someone angle off to face me, we can hit this right away almost in our same thing where we did here and here and they face us, and then we find that light foot. Now we have our 2-on-1, and say we rip this 2-on-1 in a way where they're threatened. Right away, they're going to probably circle, and we're going to hit it right away rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, you know, how many ever steps it took. So when I get to my 2-on-1, we're hand fighting a little bit. There. So how are you going to react to this? Right away. You don't wait. They move into the space, and we're ready. Right? So you okay?
I hit myself in the face too.
So when I get my, don't hit yourself in the face. Yeah. Here, look at where my foot is. It's the same thing as when we stepped, right? And we rotated and they faced us. But now we're doing it with our 2-on-1. So it's even more of a threat where they're compelled to round and face. And that's when we go. The weight is mostly on their back foot because they're receding. So the weight distribution is usually shift to their back foot. So let's utilize that where we're entering into a space. Don't over-exaggerate that first thing when I grab your arm. You're like, right? Just let me grab your arm, and as far as where I get to this space, see how you stepped? Don't step. Okay. Perfect. Yes, that's realistic. Okay, instead of like stepping so deep, I'll just take your back. So when I get my 2-on-1, exactly, right? So right away, right when you sense their movement, I want you to trigger that response of a foot sweep. So I get to this 2-on-1, either they're here, and I rotate. That's it. No more fluff. Just get right to the dance, right? Make sense? All right, on 3, 1, 2, 3.
I found that this move, every time I do it, it's still heavy on that front leg. Am I just doing it too early? Like if I come around and they come this way, and they're heavy here on the front leg. Oh.
Lift. Then when I sweep down, right, a little lift. You're underneath. You might as well lift, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
Get higher in her armpit with your wrist.
Okay.
So did you feel how it was here, not here?
Oh, okay.
So now,
When I turn.
right, I get more of you. Opposite of my lead leg in a way where that's the movement. So I'm coming back to my left-sided stance. And I have the same angles. So you're going to have some sense and some feel of where that foot is light. Yeah. Great analysis. My favorite time to foot sweep is when they think they have head position. If I fight for head position, go ahead and wrestle, right? It's hard to use your ashis from down here. I have mobility in my hips. I have length in my feet. I have posture. I'm underneath. This is the time to go, right? If we're moving around and he moves like, right? I'll find the opening because I have length and posture. And a lot of wrestling coaches will be like, fight for head position. I mean, man, maybe if you want to go underneath, it's a battle for whoever's lower, you know, like, man, sometimes, but the ripe age of 46, I'll concede head position all day. Like, just give it up. I could use my hips. I'm able to kind of like sense where he's at a little bit different just by feel, right? Rather than like, I'm going to force my will on you, right? Make sense? Questions? All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. If you're a wrestler, be a wrestler. I'm going to go. See that little movement? Like,
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Right? I'm just like showing my head. Yeah, man.
See, if you go that, I'm going to probably try
Yes, exactly. So I'm just data analysis. Like, I did nothing. Okay, so. Yes.
Yeah.
Right? That little, like, subtle feints, which is a little bit like, it's going to take a while to develop these little ticks. It's almost like a good wrestler who's like faking. It's like, I'm seeing what you're doing. I'm not shooting, but you told me a lot about you, you know. Yeah.
Well, just from that.
That feel, right? Yeah, that right there. I know a lot about you. It's like having a meal together. Yes! Dog. That was a 4 clapper. Now repeat that a lot. Good. We're getting it. We're getting it. Now it's going to work. See what I'm saying? The minute he did realistic stuff.
Yeah,
when he's doing this,
yeah,
it's going to be weird.
Yeah.
But get your underhook. Get your underhook.
Yep.
This is not a reaction. This is losing. This is my reaction. Now, how are you going to guide me?
Like that.
Yep. Now, foot sweep. Yes, exactly, right?
So the reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to act like you're in a real position rather than like.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry to break it to you. So if he shrugs you, which side were you doing?
This side.
Do the foot sweep. That was it, right? There, oh, you had it. You had it. Go. Almost. Now do it again. Do it again. And this time, sweep the mat. You went. And you missed it.
Yeah.
But you had it. Okay, let's see it. Where are we starting? You're a righty.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the neck. You're draping over. Your left hand's going to make contact. And this is the movement I want. A T-step with your left to your right. And now throw him by and lift your right leg. Good. Now when just take us back.
Yeah.
Too late.
Okay.
So when you do that to me,
Yeah.
we're going this side?
Yeah.
Okay, so do the same movement.
T. And that's what you do.
Just
right?
face him. Don't ever give up your back, or just take us back.
Yeah.
Go! Ah, you had it. You had it. You had it. It's got to be bang, bang. Oh, you had it too. Okay, get it. You got it. You got it. You're going to get it. Square. Be square instead of be an extreme righty. Be kind of more square so he gets a longer time. And then you'll be able to do it against righty, lefty, whatever. So square your feet up. Yep. They're getting it. The hardest one, they're getting. All right, break. I'll use you again. Okay, look in. We're going to kind of move on to a rear body lock. Okay, and I like these mat returns using my feet, a lot less energy as far as like than lifting or suplexing or sitting or jumping on them. Low risk, high reward movements are my favorite. So a lot of times, I'll show the exact movement, but the setup is really what makes this work. So if I know I'm better with my right foot, I want to start on their left side, okay? So when I have a rear body lock, if I want to load my right foot sweep, I want to be on the opposite side of it. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna have my hands in the middle of like a 45-degree angle, like this angle, and sag low. Generally speaking, for them to catch their balance, they're gonna step that left leg forward and heavy. Or they'll fall on their hands. Awesome. That like thigh pry I'm gonna use, this like crowbar on my forearm on their knee. A lot of times, that's enough for a mat return, right there. Just moving it forward and settling in on top, that's a great mat return. But some people are strong and they step or they circle, and we're gonna use that so their far foot is light and I can sweep it. So this like going from this side, and they step their left foot forward to then sweeping the far side. So I'm utilizing one side to then lift and rotate. I'm going from this way to this way as I sweep. So it's, all right, my hands are still in the middle. I'm not lifting my hands, it's my elbows. You're gonna feel like a lot of heavy weight on that support leg. And I would say practice getting the mat return with this first move a few times. Just like our slide by or our shrug, where we went to our foot sweep, we practiced how to take their back first before the foot sweep. Same here, I think. I think learning how to shuffle your feet in a way laterally with this, see, feel that, right? Now I can just move my feet and I ground someone really easily. You don't need to do anything wild with your legs or arching or popping. Just get used to that mat return. That's gonna work a lot of times. And if it doesn't, because they move into that same space ahead of you, you're gonna use your foot sweep on the far side. So most of you righties wanna start on the left side. Me, being a lefty, I like being on this side. I like to use this thigh pry. And when they circle, move, yep. You're good. You're good. So I'm on this side, heavy, and he steps big. I can't take you down over that big step, but this leg might be light, okay? And that's what I'm depending on. We don't have to like do a lot of lifting. It's just our back sweep is very similar. We just need that foot. You just stand up. Get a whizzer. Just like this. We didn't lift our partner off of his feet and then try and kick it out. It was a very subtle like, same thing. We're just punching that hip and then sweeping to follow through. So our mat return is our forearm on the thigh. You feel that disruption? Now step big. That's when we're gonna want a foot sweep. Make sense? So practice a few times just using that kind of thigh pry to unbalance and take them down. And then when they do that thigh pry, uke, step up. Kind of lean back a little. That ashiwaza is gonna be there. Yeah.
What's the ukemi?
Just the yoko ukemi.
Okay.
You mean the foot sweep mat return?
Yes.
Yeah. It's just a side ukemi.
Okay.
A lot of wrestlers will fall hands and butt because they're very like centric of never conceding their back, which is fine, that's good. But we don't want any like compound fractures. That's important. Any other questions? All right, on three, 1, 2, 3. I'd rather have you learn it from being here, and we're gonna rotate to the heel and slide down. Do you see that movement? I'm here, I can't run the pipe, I can't reach it. I'm gonna rotate and be facing the same direction as Jackson, right here. Right? I'm not gonna just like, this is gonna be too heavy, he's gonna kick out. He's gonna do a noodle leg. That happens all the time in single leg world, especially with no shoes. In shoes, you might be able to grab some laces and there's some like traction down there on the shoe. But in slippery no shoeville, dude, we gotta hold on and do this perfectly. So I'm in here, I'm gonna rotate, and do you see this control? Try and kick out. Really difficult. Now what I'm gonna do from this position, I'm gonna step up and punch it into my armpit. Right here. Now I'm arching big. I'm holding my hands higher than my elbows. I don't wanna do this. He's out. I gotta trap this thing. Now, instead of just, right, I'm gonna hop and arch to get to that back foot. Do you see how back my head is and how forward my foot is? That's how I'm gonna reach it. So if I have my right arm on their leg, I'm using my left foot. You can still front trip it for sure, but you know, if they're circling that way, it works better, right? Right? But we wanna usually use that left side if you're a lefty, right side if you're a righty. So generally speaking, if you're a lefty, you shoot it onto their right leg with your left hand. If you're a righty, that's the side you're gonna be better at. So as a righty, I'm gonna make this transition the same. I'm gonna rotate and slide my hand down to the heel, and then I'm gonna do like a 45-degree angle and pop it up. Now from here, you know, I'm making him hop by arching. That's like my opening to get to my foot sweep. Rather than leaning forward and giving chase to it, you're not going to get there. They're going to pull your head down and stuff it, and then you're in a world of hurt sprawled on. So we want to really lean back and arch. Do you see that? I don't even have to hit that hard. If I stay with it, I can just hop with it, right? I don't have to kick it up into the air. I can be nice about it until they get comfortable falling, and then you kick through it high and splat.
Should the partner have their hands on like that?
Yes, that makes it harder, and I can still do it. So like, rather than, this is the death of your balance. You're gonna pull their head into your face. So please don't hold their neck. I know it feels right, like maybe I'll choke him. Space is your friend. So now hop in with your left foot, hop onto your, yes. So do it all as one motion. Hop onto your left sweep, yes. Yeah, good. Makes sense? So you're doing two things at once, just like every foot sweep angle we've done. Laterally, you hop. Forward, you hop. In a circle, stomp. It's the same thing. We got to do two things at the same time. If we lunge at it, we'll be late. We got to arch back, and so our leg is longer. If we're leaning forward, our leg is short. So counterweight with your head. And you're out nothing if you miss the leg. Big deal. Like, you'll get another chance at it. So if I have this leg elevated and I'm up here, you'll get to that foot. Not even looking at it. Make sense? I know. Hopefully you went to yoga, right? So we'll get that flexibility on. All right, on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Righto guys, that's the end of the technique video for the day. I hope you enjoyed it and got some good takeaways from it. If you ever want to jump on board a future BJJ Escapes event, head over to our website or check out our Instagram page. We run events all throughout the year in a few locations internationally. Hope to see you on one of the events sometime soon. Cheers.